Hello everyone, my name is Ashok Godavarthi. I am 4th semester Health, Wellness and Fitness student. So today I am here to interview Health, Wellness and Conditioning Coach of YMCA, Hamilton Downtown. Hi, how are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm good. So how you entered into this Health, Wellness and Fitness field?
I've always been into fitness and sports, so I decided to go to school like yourself actually. I went to Humber. Mohawk did not have the program yet back then, so I went to Humber for fitness and health promotion, and then just before I graduated I applied here at the YMCA, and ever since then I've been working here.
Just why you were interested to choose Health, Wellness? Like in your early childhood, are you interested in something like sports conditioning or sports?
Yes, yeah, definitely. Especially like when I was in high school, when I played a lot of sports, I didn't have the knowledge that I wanted to improve myself to become a better athlete. So that was one of the reasons why I took the program, so I could learn more. I would have more knowledge to improve myself, and yeah, even train others. I would love to train others back then too. So.
Okay. And what is your favorite sports team?
Sports team? Toronto Raptors. They lost yesterday too, so it was bad.
What things are shocking or amazing after entering in this course? Like what you learn new things which you don't have before entering the course that you learn?
In the course itself or entering the work field?
Course and both workplaces.
That's good. There are a lot. I'm just trying to think of it in my mind right now. So the things that surprised me the most?
Surprise, amazing, like you know, like if you go into some new field, you don't expect that this is going to be in real life, right?
Oh, okay, okay. There are a lot of things like that you never expect, I guess. So I'm trying to think right now. I guess the one thing you have to be prepared for is because, like I said before, I entered because of, as an athlete, you wanted to learn that kind of trainings for yourself, and you expect to be training that kind of thing to others as well. But most of the time that I find is that I'm training not people that are into sports, but people that are mostly trying to get a better healthy lifestyle, or just trying to get a better overall finishing. So I would say that was the biggest thing that I found, that I would have loved to train more sports, but it also means where I'm working to YMCA. It's not an actual athletic facility like somewhere in Toronto would be, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I was more unprepared of in the beginning.
You're absolutely right, because especially when we come to this field, we want to challenge ourselves by putting in a tough situation, like training really hard athletes and people. But body, if you want to build muscle to anyone, it's not so challenging, because it's the same program you have for everyone, right?
Yes.
So what would be more interesting for you is really training athletes who are really into sports, and you will also enjoy more doing that.
Exactly, because I find it will be more challenging for me as well, trying to get that better person, that person that's already an athlete, that's already in good shape, to even push himself even more than what he should be. Whereas where you're training someone who are more in the beginning aspect, you kind of have this kind of general guideline of what to give them already. So I find it the more challenging it is, the more rewarding for me too, as well as for them.
Yeah. So do you think for hiring as a personal trainer, what is the importance of the certifications?
What, the hiring?
For hiring measure.
Oh, hiring measure.
Certifications, what role do they play?
I would say it should be a big deal too, because anyone can just think they're a personal trainer for being in a gym, but there's a lot more than just telling someone what the proper exercise is, right? Because a lot of people think, a lot of people are gym rats, they think they know it all, and they always come to me and they say they want to become a personal trainer, but there's more to it than just being in good shape. You have to know a lot about the physicality of what a certain exercise we're doing, like how to limit certain motions for someone who is more injury prone. So I would say, certification, especially personal training certificates, you need to have at least some basic information what you're doing, instead of just getting the experience of being in the gym the whole time.
Especially in this field, we go to college for 1 year and 2 year and get our diploma and we start our journey as a personal trainer. And there are some other people who can fit those certifications,
Yes.
a weekend course, even they do that and they will start as a
And it's
personal trainer. So what do you think is a major difference between people who start their by personal training by completing weekend course and us like who complete a graduate?
What's the major difference?
Yeah.
Definitely the knowledge for sure. Yeah, it's not just that, but I would say, yeah, besides the knowledge, you definitely do need the experience of being in the gym setting too. Because when I entered the program, I didn't really went to the gym as much. Like I just know the actual what do you call it, knowledge itself, but not the practical part. So even when I was telling someone that a certain workout that I've never done before, I wasn't really too sure of the progress or effect it would have on that person. So I would say, even though we do have the knowledge coming from the program, we definitely do need the experience of being in the condition room as well. Because I think, yeah, you don't know until you try it for yourself, right? So I would say that's the most important part, having the knowledge and experience of being in the gym.
In which component you are most strongest? Like you can get accurate results in certain components like weight gain, weight loss, weight gain, or developing an endurance or developing muscle. So in which component you are very strong? Like you actually see that results happening in the past few years. So
for other people that are trained.
Anything like what is your greatest asset of your personal training? What is your asset in your personal training?
I would say I would be more well-rounded actually, because it depends. If someone does do weight loss, I would give them the type of a program that would target that. If someone wanted to have the specific training of getting more stronger or gaining weight, then I would definitely give them a more specific training regimen for that. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm specific on one thing. So I would say I'm more well-rounded in all areas of the fitness industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And during your work experience, like what kind of clients you have seen mostly? Like people approach for various purposes. So what common purpose people approach you?
Most common thing, like especially at the YMCA, would be the general people that wants to lose weight or just trying to tone up, like more. You just want to feel more confident on themselves. Yeah, when they drop weight and they feel more like they could be more confident by losing that extra 10 pounds and getting more toned up for the summer kind of things. Yeah, you don't get a lot of athletes here, not as much, but once in a while, yeah, there's some try.
Do you feel that you need to have some knowledge in any form, like your weakest, or you feel like I need to be stronger in this aspect?
Yes, I think it's a never-ending process of learning. So, just you feel like you know everything in one particular area. You should never stop. There's always something that you need to learn, such as CrossFit. That's been really popping up lately. I don't know, have you guys been? When I went to my program, there wasn't really CrossFit at all, but it's one of the things that's blowing up now, and even people here that's members have been asking me about it. So I definitely trying to take it upon myself to learn more about that kind of fitness level. So you're always trying to learn new things. There's always some new trend popping up in the fitness industry, like CrossFit. I don't think it's gonna be a trend. I think it's gonna be more everlasting. But there's always something, So you always want to be up to date and always evolving as a fitness trainer as well.
Okay, so what certifications do you have right now?
Right now, I used to be in CanFit, and now I switched over to the YMCA personal training certificate.
Okay.
And I was teaching boot camp too before, but now I'm currently because I went back to school too, so I'm more of the weekend personal trainer here. But back then it was more group exercise, the certificate, and then just now I just currently have the YMCA personal training specialist. Yeah.
Okay, and what's your family background? Like, what kind of family you came from? Like, what's the occupation like of your father? So, is there any like influence of their educational background on you in the sports or in?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the reasons why I went to fitness, because both my mom and dad are in the health industry, like is it a health science industry? My mom was a nurse, my dad was a doctor back in the Philippines.
Okay.
So I didn't want to be a nurse, and there's a big pressure to be a doctor here. So I figured, like, I was thinking to myself, what could I possibly do but still be in the
Field of
similar,
health.
yeah. And this when fitness became involved, you know, I can help others do fitness as well. So people that's rehabbing or just trying to prevent having like a bad healthy lifestyle, like there was one way I can get in touch with them and help them out, other than being a doctor. Yeah. So it was a big pressure, but I found that I could kind of catch them, you know, in a middle ground somewhere. Yeah.
So what are your hobbies? What
My
do you like to
hobbies?
do in your free time?
Right now, I guess it's kind of cliche, but obviously like being in a gym, I'm a gym rat to myself, so doing different things. I've been trying to do a lot more into Olympic lifting. I find that's like a really intense exercise, so I've been doing that a lot more. But besides fitness, what else have I been doing? I am in the architectural program right now, so that's basically that takes up a lot of my time right now lately. So there hasn't been a lot of time just being in school and just working out and being at the YMCA right now for me.
Okay. Do you like baking? Do you have any pets at your home?
No, not currently right now. No, so on a typical day for me, like after school, I go to the gym and then go back to school and like just work on my projects and all that. But rollerblading. I used to do that all the time during the summer. So I did a lot of rollerblading, and I do love to learn about like mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial
Yeah,
arts.
but as of right now, like I'm not. But like I'm planning to during the summer, like when I have more free time. Yeah, just learning different things.
What are your future goals? So what do you want to achieve? Do you have something to be in this position by in personal training, like training by being a sports conditioning coach, or?
Yeah, there are a couple of things that come and go. So I think that the main one was definitely to own a gym. I think if you talk to a lot of personal trainers, they all have their own idea of what their dream facility would be like. So that would be something. Actually, it's still like a realistic goal for me, like to have my own gym. Like I would love to have like a gym where it's just like similar to like a CrossFit gym, like an open area, but no machines, just having like a free weight type of thing. Because I think a lot of people I think I can like see a lot of people being into that kind of situation, like where they just want a traditional old school gym like that. So owning a gym, would be nice. Even being a strength and coach for like a sports team. But obviously, then you need more qualifications going to university for that. But it's not out of my mind yet.
So going to university. So you're planning to go to any university for doing a higher education like exercise physiology or kinesiology, any branches?
If any, probably more like certificate like level wise. So there are like training specific like classes I could take. I'm still looking into that right now, but there are ones like I was even thinking about getting a CrossFit certification. Yeah, because I know I've been around a lot of CrossFit trainers right now, so it would be good like something different too as well.
What do you advise for students like us who are currently like studying and in the finance industry? What should they do in the future? So to be placed or to be hired by a company like gym centers, or what should we do?
To get a job?
To get a job.
Yeah. Definitely. I would say it's not that like it's hard. It's hard, but like I would say definitely know both your practical and your. I don't know what the other word is, but it's the practical and like the knowledge part, because when you start training someone, this is why like when the first time I trained a client, I knew all this kind of like exercise, but when I was actually trying to implement it to the actual trainer, I couldn't. To the actual client, I was more hesitant because I've never done that exercise before, but I knew the exercise. I've learned everything. I know what the muscles can work, but when you actually show someone that exercise, you're more hesitant because you've never done that type of exercise before. So I would say try to be in the gym too as well, because again, I know from my experience, even though I was in the fitness industry, in the fitness program, I wasn't really spending as much time as I would hope for in the gym. So that kind of took me back a little bit. So a lot of people would say, I think it is the honest truth that members would prefer someone who is in shape as well. It is a cold hard truth. Someone who looks like they're in shape, they would probably go more for personal training and all that. And yeah, I've actually asked around people too as well here, and yeah, they would feel more confident with someone that
who actually looks like a
personal trainer and has the confidence and knowledge of a personal trainer. So